In this video, we'll talk about a couple of integrations with TrueFoundry. The first one is a Docker Registry integration. So Docker Registry integrations are useful for two different flows. One, let's say you're deploying a GitHub repository or some code that you wrote. So once you're deploying that, we need to build an image that eventually gets deployed into the Kubernetes cluster. So the image that's built during the process, we need to store in a registry, and for that, we can use any registry that you add. The second use case is if you already have an image that's built and stored in a Docker registry and you want to deploy that with TrueFoundry, then you can add that registry and then refer to that image while deploying that. So let's see how this works. So in the integrations tab, I'm in the Docker registry section, and there I am going to connect a registry. So what I have is a Google Artifact Registry. So let's just call it GCP registry and select Google. Then this is the URL. For this, for authentication of the Google registry here, the artifact registry, I need to provide a key file. So I create a service account, my Google cloud account, and then I paste the key file that I generate for that particular service account, and then I connect. So my GCP registry is created. Now let's see how we can use this to deploy an image from there. So we'll go to new deployment. We want to deploy a service. We choose the MNest workspace, and then let's call this image deployment. In this case, we are not deploying from source code. We're instead deploying directly a built image. So I choose the Docker image option because I want to deploy an existing image. Then I choose the Docker registry that we just added, which is called GCP registry. And then I paste the image URI. This is the URI corresponding to an image that I have in the registry. So I copy that and paste it here. And it's validated. I also have to provide a port for this. The port for this service is 8080. And I call this image demo.2funny.com. Now I hit submit. And as you can see, the image deployment service has gotten initialized. We wait for the pods to come up, and now you can see that 1 out of 1 pods are available, which means the service is successfully deployed. And you can see that the pod is running, and we have the endpoint here. So let's go to the endpoint, and at the endpoint you can see the service is available. So if you enter the name, it returns hello 0xy, which is the expected behavior. Another TrueFoundry integration is the secret store. So these are backends for storing secrets with TrueFoundry. So let's say you want to see store secrets with TrueFoundry, then you can have like a backend like AWS Parameter Store, AWS Secrets Manager, or Google Secrets Manager. This can be integrated with TrueFoundry, and then the secrets that you create on TrueFoundry will be saved on these backends. So currently, as I'm not an admin of this particular deployment control plane, I'm not able to add secrets, but I already have the secret store that's created, and that provider is AWS SSM, wherein we store the secrets with the parameter store in AWS SSM. Now, once you have this integration, you can actually create secrets with TrueFoundry. So here in the secrets tab, I go to add secret group. Then let's say my secrets is the name of the secret group, and let's say I have a secret called API key, and the value is a secret value. So we create the secret group, the secret value. You can have more than one secret within a secret group. And once you have the secret group, then you are actually able to use this in deployments. So let's see how we can use this in deployments, right? So you go to image deployment or radio app deployment, and you say edit. Then you go to the environment variables. And let's say you want to pass the API key as one of the environment variables. So I'll call this my API key. The key could be anything. It doesn't have to be the same. The value, you can actually enter the value here directly, but that would mean that in the spec that is generated, the API key would be available in plain text, which is not recommended. So instead, what you can do is you can actually provide the secret value. So I'll just search for my secret. So it turns up in the drop down here. So I choose that and then I hit submit. We'll wait for the deployment to finish. And in this case, since we did not make any changes to the image itself, it's reusing previously built image for the deployment, because the only changes are in the environment variables. So the image does not have to be built again. So the build is successful. Now let's wait for the deployment to complete. Version 2 is live. And if I go inside and if I go to the environment variables tabs, I can see that my API key is there. And the secret FQ is also visible here. And you can also see the value by pressing on this button. So you can see the value here as well. So that is how secrets work. So in case you have a deployment that requires secret values in the environment variables, then you can use TrueFoundry secrets for that purpose.